What's up, Mystera Legacy people? Today I'm going to show you how to knit. Now, I've been wanting to make this video for a couple months now, but I just been procrastinating pretty hard lately, so just now I'm starting to do it. Anyways, without further ado, let's get on with the video.
Say that it feels right.
So you're gonna start with a couple items. You're gonna need wool. All right, you can shear sheeps. I did make a sheep farm video, so if you want to check that out, how to make a sheep farm, I'll leave a link in the description. And then you're gonna need a spindle and some knitting needles. And so the spindle, 5 wood, knitting needles, 2 wood. It's not that bad, But you're also going to need knitting gear. So this can be the tailor jacket and some rings. So you're gonna need knitting rings. Alright. And now when we do that, we're gonna have to turn our wool into yarn. You can do that by holding the spindle. Make sure you have your knitting gear on. The higher your knitting gear, the more yarn you get out of it. So here I go. Just hit action, hold it, and you can see I'm getting about, oh, I didn't show you my stats. One sec. So I have 58 knitting with the gear, 58, and I'm getting about 2 to 3 yarn per wool, which is pretty good. Now I'm not going to show you me turning all this into yarn, so I'm just going to fast forward this or skip the video to when I get all of it turned into yarn, or some of it. Okay, so I got enough wool. This is enough wool to just teach, but alright. Now once you got your yarn, I forgot to mention you're gonna also need some blue dye or any of the dyes, but specifically blue dye. And the reason is when you start knitting at knitting level 0, when you just start knitting, it's best to do the noble jackets. So this is the best starter knitting. And 20 yarn, 4 blue dye, because you have at the beginning you have a chance of failing the knitting process. So when I knit something, here I'm gonna knit. So when I knit the blue, the noble jacket, I have a higher chance of failing in the beginning, so everything restarts, and that's what you want. You want it to keep restarting so you don't waste your materials. Now once you start getting to the 20th once you get to level 50, 60, I think you're gonna have to switch up your knitting strategy. Instead of knitting your noble jackets, you're gonna start knitting, what are these? I'm trying to see. Oh, the frere robe. This is what you're gonna start knitting. And I have my buddy Swan knitting the frere robes. Anyway, sorry. So I actually didn't know how to knit. Swan was the one who taught me. And that's right, my boy and me collabed, and here he is, about to show you. yeah, so once you start getting to that higher levels, it's Frere robes all the way. And the reason for that is because you won't fail as much. So if you know, when you have high level and you're knitting the noble jackets, you won't fail as much, so you're wasting a lot of materials. And then when you run out of blue dye, you're gonna have to go and you know, make more. It's a waste of time. But if you make the frares, you start making a lot of rune gear for, you know, fodder. It's fodder for the glowing altar. And yeah, there we go. So you just start knitting a lot of these, and that's about it. I don't think I showed you, but my knitting is 76 with the knits. Alright, and ooh, you know, always make sure your gear is ancient, has the ancient rune. That way you get more experience. But other than that, that's it. If you guys want to check out Swan's channel, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. You could check him out. He has a lot of PvP videos, and they're really great. Like, I go in there and watch it, really enjoyed them. He makes sure to make it a fair fight. You know, I've seen one where he's like, you know, fighting someone, they get hit by towers. Like, nah, man, restart it. So it's an awesome PvP channel. You should check it out, definitely. Alrighty, guys, that's about it. I'll see you on the next video.